So again, we'll play this thing a little bit of a different, sometimes some different ways here. They kind of get jammed up, but see, sometimes we'll switch our calls up in terms of who we want to be our next fallback guy, for the quarterback, our next, a lot of times it's him. Sometimes we teach him to take the front side run through, and we allow the play side backer here, all right, to be that extra quarterback guy. Mm-hmm. Just to switch up. This is a really good clip of the nose guard.
Yeah, real nice job. So in this situation, the Maverick's not playing behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never, and what's good is, never, regardless of the nose, whether the nose has front side or back side, we never really teach him to, his technique any different. If he can look the same all the time, that's going to benefit us.
Yeah. Scheme. Because you got the running back lead,
yeah.
Right?
Yep. So this is 3-man surface, so, what I'd like to see here is him go faster and sooner to get that backside insert. Let's wad this thing up. Let's not let there be. And if they want to block back, well, fuck. Who's blocking him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His tempo is great. Middle linebacker's tempo is great. So this thing, if he was faster, was doing his job, this would happen even sooner. Wash out. There is no backside A gap.
So to that anchor, that's just like a double team.
Yeah,
it's a scoop.
It's a scoop, you know what I mean? So he's still going to get skinny. Yeah. I just don't like him trying to swim that thing with his right arm there. Yeah. But he's going to try to get 37 on his back,
right,
and then try to force his way upfield a little bit so he doesn't get as washed. Okay.
So who should be the inside half of the quarterback playing now? That Maverick.
It's going to be the Maverick. Yep, Maverick. Here, and he shows up, and then our overhead safety.
You're going to get one-on-one here because the back, 11 on 11 football here, so the back is blocking the outside quarterback.
Yeah, as long as he keeps his leverage out there, now it forces it back into our guy right there.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Unfortunately, with the different elements that they have to run, you're going to get a lot of one-on-one stuff. Unless you want to start sitting and reading the ends and shuffling them, which I'm not a big fan of.
How come you don't like that? It just creates a decision?
It's a less athletic. It's a one, we can try to dictate who we want to have the football and where we want it to go, and everyone knows how to play off of that thing. And two, I think if you're asking a kid to shuffle squeeze, a kid who's less athletic than the running back and less athletic than the quarterback, what are you having him play? It's at our level anyway. We're not getting some of those monsters at defensive end.
Yep.
The other levels we're getting, I don't think. Your guy's defensive end who's sitting on his heels to play John Robertson or this kid, ain't happening.
Yeah.
I'd rather put it in the hands of our safeties and our linebackers. Okay. All right, so now we're pulled. We're in quarters. Here's some of the peak. So we got a couple guys that are wrong here.
Okay.
All right. One, stop freaking tiptoeing. You. Go. Bend. He should sweat the gap a little bit better. Don't commit there. Let the quarterback make the decision. This guy right here, because you're going to be a quarterback / help us on the, whether it's a smoke or the bubble.
Now it looks like you're playing a 2-read principle here, no? Is the corner expanding with number 2 on the bubble? Or that's up on the bottom of the screen?
We make what we call a trap call.
Okay.
So once we make a trap call to the twins and quarters, he's going to trigger the bubble versus
right.
So our strong safety.
That alleviates his pressure.
Exactly right. Which allows him to help us here.
Right.
But if you watch, the guy who's wrong is 15. All right. If we're in our 5 techniques and we're pulled, we get flow at us. He's got to stay B. He's going to play A and leave this backside gap, these 2 gaps for him and him.
All right. Let me see. I want to see how this.
So he's wrong. This ball shouldn't even get it. He should be here. This guy should be here. So we got the nose and the front side. That's where our issue lies.
You're just leaving the backside A gap.
We're leaving the backside. No, we're leaving the backside B gap. Essentially open. Don should be more here, here. That's how they should look. He's not fast enough. But again, they help you out with that shit. By coming down to the 0 so hard.
Yep. Now he's in a zero every snap. You
Every
never
snap.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's the Maverick.
So yeah, and here's the deal. I teach the middle linebackers, and Joe never says this to the D line. Nose can't be wrong.
Okay.
All right. So if he ends up in the backside A,
Take the punch.
if he ends up in the backside A, shit, you make him right, and he kicks the center's ass here.
So now even to the left, that 5 technique, he's still bending. He gets an arc
hell
release
yeah.
by the tight end.
Hell yeah. Bend.
Okay.
We're stopping the run.
Yep.
I'm less concerned about that. We're going to react to the naked boot versus play the naked boot.
That's good. Good idea.
We went over on the board a little bit, so we're pulled. You know, and they choose to read sort of a peak play here. So they're going to look to 3.
Yep.
You know, they choose to block out, which is fine, and which is the hardest thing we have to do when you're in a 5 technique, because now you're asking this guy to, you know, sort of sweat it. Just make sure you're in the window. You don't have to play. Just make sure you're in the window for the peak, but also be ready to fold and help. That's why a lot of times I would rather put him in this gap. You know what I mean, to make it one closer to him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
But we survive it.
So just tell me what you tell that kid's eyes now.
15.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's that kid with the
With the dreads there.
Yeah. If you're seeing peak and things like that, you know, he's got to expand to 3.
No, he's not going to expand. He can get a little bit of depth. Doesn't need to expand, because they're looking. The only thing they're looking at when they're running peak is not whether you're guarding him or not. Is whether you do that.
Right.
If you do that, he's throwing it.
Yeah.
If you back off, they're running it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you hold your ground, so I teach them to what I call sweat the gap. You know, you're you know, at your depth, just bounce in place. Make the quarterback make a decision.
Yeah.
He's not going to throw the peak if you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? They're going to run the football. At least that's what they teach. You know, now if he goes blitzing in there, shit. You know, then yeah.
Now, do you expect that high? Like, let's say this kid gets ISO block, number 15 now. Now that guard's up on that Maverick. He wants to.
Who's he getting ISO blocked by? You know what I'm saying? So it's not 3 by 1 at that point, right?
Hold on, I just want to make sure I'm seeing the right thing. Just play it out quick. Okay, I thought that back was leading on 15.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
You're saying, for quarterback run.
Right.
Yeah, that's a bitch. Yes, this guy. If this guy was split out, this would be number 7, our judge. He knows to go there.
Because it's 3 by 1.
I'm saying not a unit tight end.
Okay.
See how it's a nub tight end right there?
Yeah.
When we get a nub tight end, we put our safety down and our corner high.
Okay.
Okay? If this dude was not there, if he was detached, this guy right here would be number 7, our judge. He knows he's got to do that.
Okay.
So should the corner, okay? But yes, to answer your question, our extra hat's coming from him.